today should be a fun one, getting into Powerwash Simulator 2. And you may notice it's not Mochi's face this time. I actually have my computer upgraded, so I actually get to, like, say hi this time. And y'all don't just get to, stare at Mochi as I, get things clean for once. Should be interesting. It'll be a lot of fun. Squeak is definitely the best. Oh, thank you for the follow. Really need to fix that over on the side over there. Oh, forgot. Oh, did not mean to click that. Let's see, forgot how to click over there. My computer is being... New computer. But I realized later I'm gonna have to, like... I'm gonna have to fix the, little activity feed thing next time I stream them.
Quiet.
Hi. Hi, Aaron.
All right. Welcome in, Aaron. Amber's person. Apparently, as I'm just getting a bath right here or something.
I don't know. It's been a minute.
First off, I took a the gym earlier, so you can just miss me with that.
Maybe. Maybe, just maybe.
All right, but anyways, so like I said, Rogues, as far as like the next job we're gonna be doing is supposed to be the disco. So they say disco's dead. We're gonna revive this one. Make sure we get it out of the dirt. But let's see.
Hey, before we run in there, I noticed something funny because I was bored digging around. On top of, we have a gnome guy in the back right here, but just trying to.
Okay, first off, sir, hold on, let me take care of this.
We got a gnome hiding in the corner. I noticed something funny when I was digging around. We don't have a fire alarm. We have a dirt alarm. Like, look at this. It says dirt alarm.
Nice. Sir, you can go ahead and, like, file an appointment like everyone else.
I mean, he was hiding. Yeah, it's in the corner.
That's not how you get me.
I'm gonna hide it later.
That's not how, like, we get hired for services. The only ones that are allowed to, like, loiter in here is the cats. Did we have that Squishmallow before?
I think so. I got bored and also read the titles of, like, all their books because I was sitting here for a minute before you went live. And they apparently have a book on the history of Santa hats and several books on cryptids. It's hilarious. I love it. I was digging through
the gnomes are basically cryptids in their own right. Also, because not gonna get me this time. Happened last stream, Rogues, not this time. The last stream of Powerwash Sam, I forgot to like switch to the right input. I'm not gonna fall in that trap this time.
Yeah,
it was for the same reason.
I feel bad that I didn't notice it last time.
Yeah, but it's not happening this time, Rogues. All right. So, anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and get on. Like I said, it's supposed to be the yeah, the disco. And I know this is gonna be a big one because I can't remember if I read this before. Welcome to the town of Buckton, home of the taco-dogger. Taco-dogger. If you don't know what that is, a taco shaped like, yeah, we read this before. Shaped like a hot dog that tastes like a burger. So I think I called it like a taco turducken. Taco ducken or whatever.
That.
Traditionally served by a dog and lederhosen, but that's not relevant to its name or the taste or this job for that matter. Anyway, the reason you're here is that we've just had a huge win. For years now, local enterprises have been forced to use our old roller disco as a makeshift premises, but an anonymous benefactor has come through with a substantial donation. It means we can roll everyone out into our brand new community hub and still have enough left to clean this place up and restore it to its original purpose. Lace your boots, y'all. Buckton's back on the map. Okay. Because we already looked at this place and saw, like, how much of a challenge, how big this is going to be.
And I kept pushing buttons because I saw a button to press. I couldn't resist the temptation of a button to push.
Alright, so let's see what we got going on here. A lot. Well, I'm going to clean the disco ball first. And of course, yeah, because we have to have music.
I had to push the buttons. You should know me.
I know there was gonna be some kind of trophy for like cleaning the disco the ball first, but.
Oh yeah, that might be a thing.
Let's see.
I feel like Joe would sit here judging the setup or something.
Probably would.
I love how I'm like,
glad, like
always using this wrong.
I'm gonna like climb up higher to get the rest of the ball. Thankfully, it's like it's already conveniently placed here. I was like, just like probably just sit here.
It's so shiny.
I did this in the other game, Rogues. It is in the first one. I just like stood here. Who knows, DeMarc? As you can see, when I broke news to everyone, when there were scenes, I was playing. Oh yeah, I gotta hear this. Like, what happened? I'm listening. Okay, they're gonna like do one of those like little, one of those clickbait, internet clickbait, stories.
Oh yeah.
Again, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like, this woman, like, went on a date with her husband, but you'll never see what happened next. You'll never guess what happened next. Everything was going well on the date. They had plenty of food. What happened next will surprise you.
Yep. See the next part in, part 12. At least the lighting up makes it easy to see where the dirt is.
Yeah, this place is honestly, I'm having a feeling that once it does, we do get this place fully bright. It was like the brightest probably gonna chase us out of here.
Maybe. It feels weird actually sitting at my desk playing this now.
I thought you were playing on Joe's computer.
I was considering it, but I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna see what...
Okay, guys, so she is playing on her computer.
Yep, the one you gave me. It's working well.
I mean, I was playing this like, on my computer, on that computer previously, so I was figuring it was gonna work well. Plus, you got better solid state drive than the one I had, so.
Yeah.
Well, not solid. Well, technically solid state, but yeah, M.2. It still will probably be like about the same level as the one I had, because since it's a 4.0, but it is like when a motherboard it doesn't support 4.0.
I mean, as long as it makes the game do the game things, I'm happy. I'm not usually one chasing like the highest possible settings achievable.
I was trying to make sure that my talk again, Amber.
What do you need me to say? I don't know. Like every time someone tells me something talk, I forget like all the words that I can say.
Yeah, for some reason, let me fix that real quick. For some reason, your voice, your thing on Discord or whatever is going through like the third channel, like the same channel as audio on my mixer, and it should be on its own thing.
That's interesting. Yeah, when you run into tech issues like that, it always like kind of makes me happy. I've got like my simple little plug and play, does good enough kind of setup.
Yeah, all right. That was easy fix though. It's on the right channel now. I just want to make sure like you were a little bit louder than the Let me try to make sure.
That's probably a good idea.
Okay, let's just make sure it works. Because the way I got this thing set up, Rose, I got a Rodecaster Duo, and so I kind of have like my Discord stuff on its own track. That way I control like my friends' voices and everything from that one, and then it won't like affect the gameplay. All right. So I can turn this down just a little bit more. Should be fine now, hopefully.
Hopefully it will be. Yeah.
The thing about having like XLR setup is like there's a whole lot of other things like more bells like things you got like figure out and everything and work with.
Yeah.
Sometimes on a by game basis. Than it is with a USB setup.
Yeah. My usual thing is just as long as it works, I'm good. I probably have like a much larger tolerance for random stuff than like a lot of people I know. Like it'd be cool to have nice stuff, but I very much do the whole keep it simple stupid. Less moving parts means less to break, and I'm kind of really bad about finding new weird ways to break stuff accidentally because I was poking in some menu somewhere trying to figure it out.
see. Honestly, this, well, yeah, never mind, I stand correct, it's only 7%, but I think, like, really, again, it's gonna be one of those things where a lot of it's just the walls and ceiling and everything. It's a wide area, so.
I guess I'm good at the floors, usually.
The shoes are making me mad, though. Give me my dings, damn it. It don't mean a thing if I ain't got that ding. And here it is, I'm not getting my ding.
I still wonder how they managed to get this place completely, like, wrecked. Like, what's the story here? I always love knowing the whys. Or, more importantly, how? How did it get this bad?
Okay, these shoes suck. So they're all like face. All right, there we go.
There we go.
Not even shoes, they're roller skates. I'm gonna stand up here and do it. Forget it. Never mind, I can't even get up there. It's BS. Because apparently it counts like... So I guess it is individual skate.
It's kind of fun making it leave the outline of stuff that was sitting there. There we go. Dance floor done.
I guess she's over there getting so clean. I'm struggling with these damn skates.
Turn everything into a floor. Just use the big thing. Like the speaker that's on the ceiling? Floor now. It is basically floor. It is a flat surface. It is sky floor at this point. Because I'm convinced I'm just having fun just using this one thing the wrong way. And I don't know why it's so satisfying.
I am not a fan of these skates.
Definitely gonna have to ask Squish later his opinion about these speakers up here, because I know he would have commentary about all of it.
Okay, please, for the love of God, tell me that's all the skates. I think I got them. Oh, thank God. Okay, I think the skates are done. It's been the entire stream over here cleaning these stupid things. It's because like they're so close to the freaking wall.
Ding! All the dings!
I ain't gonna compete with you about that today or whatever. I mean, I'm just glad I got these skates done.
All the dings! All the cups!
I'll get dings on my own time.
It is very satisfying.
Can I open the lockers? Never mind. Let go of me. All right. The ladder had a hold on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
This is so satisfying, though.
Hold on. I don't see anything wrong with that locker unit. Okay, this whole level's like designed to mop me. I can see how this is a conspiracy. Hold up. There it is. Okay. I'm just gonna stick my own little nook over here to try to get this whole spot clean before I'm going anywhere else. I don't ever want to come back over here ever again. Just because of those skates. Disco Wheel and I know y'all did not write that in Comic Sans. No wonder this place got shut down.
Wasn't Comic Sans actually originally created to help with like dyslexia and stuff like that as like an easier to read font? I remember reading something like that somewhere. But it gets laughed about a lot. Everything gets a shower at this point. Okay. I think I got that all.
I do know, like, speaking of cleaning games, there's this one game that I, apparently I already got, like, met the requirements for on Lurk It. It's just not out yet. It's supposed to be released on the 22nd. I can't remember the exact name of it, but it's basically, it's a game like this, but it's played from a different camera perspective, where it's like at the top, I guess kind of more top-down-ish, but you basically are like a little healthy food item, like cleaning mold on kitchen counters. And the one they showed was you were playing like as a little, like, a little, sushi.
That's
or like
kind
a
of cute.
Yeah, I forgot like the actual name of it. It's mold something. I have to send the link to, show you a link to it or whatever. But yeah, I'm interested in it.
There's been a lot of good little games I've been seeing come out lately.
It was kind of like Powerwash Sim, but it was like from more of a top-down perspective, or isometric, I guess, and it had like a pixel art style.
Yeah.
And you can like choose like which food item to play as, so you can play like a sushi. I'm wondering if there's gonna be like a little avocado or something you can play as too. But it did show like it was like a little salmon, like salmon like on rice.
I'm not sure if it's one I'd play, but I'd absolutely watch you play it if you got a hold of it.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on them to get back with me about like the key that I was supposedly approved for TMNT Empire City.
Yeah.
Just want to kind of get that a little bit.
I've debated like looking into that, like for games and stuff, but my backlog is so huge at this point that like I've just been sticking with like things I've already got.
Yeah, the way Lurk It works though is that they have a thing where you have like a certain amount of time to actually submit coverage for the game.
Yeah, and that's something that concerns me because like I am terrible at like time limits and stuff.
Yeah, I mean I think it's just mainly honestly. I mean so far because that's how I got Squirrel with a gun, and it actually kind of helped or whatever. Pretty much make sure it kind of kept me on it. And really, like the only thing that I think it was like like you have like one like you have like a completion rate, and so far mine's still at 100. I mean, also just make sure I'm not going in and just like get like every game like I see or whatever, and just only like getting one at a time every so often. So I mean, I have like only like covered 2 games for them.
Oh, hey, we're getting some more stuff.
In the corner by the high tables is where Jams has been running her community kitchen. Do not tell me all this is jam or something. Not only is her cooking incredible, but her language is even spicier than her hot sauce, so kids are like moths to a flame. When she found out that we refurbed the diner on the corner of Ellison Street, she went wild and cooked up a feast for half the town. If you tell me it was like a food fight. I swear I did a job before where, like, you know, where the reason for everything got dirty was because they had a food fight, but I can't remember. It was the Santa job. Remember the Santa job in the last game where the elves got into a big ass, like, you know, food war, I think.
It was something like that.
I can't remember all the details, but yeah, the elves, like, got into some kind of, like, you know, they got into a big food fight, I think, with candy.
Kind of weird. I put the ladder down and it's still showing me like the highlighted spots to place a ladder, even though I already put it down like a while ago. I might have to pick it up and get it to like kind of fix that a little.
What's that? Okay, let me go and use the other nozzle again.
I love how you're like taking it serious, changing the nozzles and stuff, and I'm just like, everything is floor.
It's just mainly because, like, you know, honestly, I didn't even really need to use like the long nozzle here, where because like the I just forgot to switch it out. I think I might have switched it back. I can't remember. I'm Slate to Pot Rogues. Bear with me. There's definitely gonna probably be like a late stream for Castlevania and everything. As long as they give me a few hours of rest in.
Yeah, you better get some rest in.
I mean, it's not gonna be like a one-day stream tomorrow, so there's that also. I mean, one day stream.
One stream day.
See, that's where I am, Rogues.
And you better get that rest. I know where you live. Better go take a nap or something. I don't know.
Why did you try to put me? I ain't in kindergarten, woman.
You put yourself in the corner quite a few times on Phasmo, though.
In my defense, you started it.
Oh, really?
So did Matt. I do hate that we didn't actually get to check out the Alan Wake event, but
yeah,
it's all good.
We've had so much stuff that we've been trying to get to, and
get
so
through.
much. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're never gonna leave this place. I'm seeing like a pizza sign and like a noodle sign for like a noodle shop.
As long as they open up, I'll come back during one of my breaks on one of my shifts.
There's a video that's stuck in my head. I gotta send it to you later, because I know where to find it. Because I sent it to Joe recently, too. But there's a really funny food thing, and, like, it is just playing over and over again in my head right now. Oh, I found the Nomi's hiding out in one of the booths.
And the only reason why you keep on getting all the dings is because I'm, like, focused on to clean a lot of the bigger stuff.
Yeah. I'm just like winging it. Just trying to see what some spots are kind of like. Okay, finally I got that to go away because it was highlighting all of it and it was starting to annoy me a little.
Yeah, that explains it. I think I'm gonna let you have all the fun.
Better get those things too. Can you imagine if we had 4 people in this?
God, the dings would be
All
like,
the
you know,
dings.
driving people crazy.
Still think like some of this is like really well paced with just like 2 people on a lot of these.
I just thought about something even worse though, because you actually picture random thing here, Rogues, but it just popped in my head. I'm just thinking about like, you know, the library scene from It. Just picture like, you know, every time you hit a ding, instead of it doing the ding, it's like Tim Curry doing that, yeah, whatever. Like I cannot do it, but like when he was like making fun of Richie, and then like, you know, doing like the noisemaker, yeah.
Watch, someone might mod it in. Who knows?
Like, and literally every time you get a ding, it makes that noise.
I would laugh if someone modded that in.
Obviously, I couldn't do it nowhere near as well as Tim Curry did it, though.
Should probably get back to the floor. I was doing great with the floor. But I keep getting distracted. By turning everything that's not the floor into floor.
Well, that was weird.
What was weird?
Okay, I get it. They tricked me. So here's the problem. I was trying to clean the counter right here, and I wasn't paying attention to the fact that it looped all the way around, and this part right here was a part of it. So I was trying to figure out why this right here was. Yeah, so they tricked me. I was trying to figure out, I was like, wait, it's clean. And then, like, sure enough, there's like a whole other spot right here I wasn't paying attention to. Bet you the devs did that on purpose.
They've been having fun with whimsical shapes on some of the stuff.
Like it says like, you know, that's what's trippy about it. It says like that the top part is the counter. It's like, counter for who? Spider-Man? There we go. That was the nozzle I needed. Just had to like tone it down a little bit more. We're gonna drop some more lore on us or not? Hurry up. I want to like know what happened here. Know why we're cleaning all this up. Bunch of the residual stuff here. I just got to clean up now. I think finally I gotta get all of it because it looks like it. Oh no, maybe I do. I get the majority of it. Thought to me once is really gonna give me a little bit of leeway. It was. God damn, this place is. You know what? There's not like a single shade of like red or blue or anything. Well, there's some blue or whatever.
I mean, I like the color choices.
Yeah, well, I mean, this looks like, you know, I feel like I'm walking inside Barbie's bowling alley where this does not look masculine at all. I mean, unless you're Ken. pink wearing self. But just know like I'm gonna have like some like someone who loves wearing Abercrombie and Finn score coming to my chest. Like, we gotta get someone a man wearing pink. Which I didn't say that. I say it's not my color. I look like I just like.
I don't know. A pink shirt might actually work well on you, like a button down or something like that. I don't know.
Hell
I
no.
can see it.
No, I mean you can see it, but I damn sure can't. Welcome in, Jeremy. I mean the thing about it is, I swear to Christ, Amber, and God forbid it happens. 'Cause I hate the little shits or whatever. I'm gonna spend one of the fucking Teletubbies to come out from behind that door, like and go on shift.
Honestly, I'm surprised I got you in a button-down shirt at all to go to that one restaurant on the roof.
But no, it's.
I was at least nice and didn't like drag you to Fahrenheit or like half the other like tall building ones that like really have like more of a dress code.
I mean, I've worn button-down shirts before or whatever. I mean, I've been to a few weddings.
I feel like you wouldn't have forgiven me if you would have had to wear dress shoes or something too. Because even I was wearing my Converses.
I would have made sure Joe did it too.
Oh, Joe actually dresses up a good bit. Remember, I did find him on that one dating site wearing a stormtrooper tux and everything like that in one of the pictures. He actually has like a couple tuxes and stuff like that. He just doesn't use them often because they're not like required often.
See, since we're doing this, Rogues, I'll go ahead and say, all right, I'm gonna make this known. Just give me a second. Gotta find it. Probably not slacking off on the job, by the way. I'm just on a quick break. I'm the boss. I make my own hours. So. Like folder for it. What you gonna do? Fire me?
I'm just gonna go get all the dings.
Is it this folder? I mean, I can't find the picture. Oh, hold up.
Is it bad I already know exactly which picture?
No. I've had my occasions where I tend to dress up, Rogues. I mean, it was forever and a day ago with this one, but that was actually me going to a wedding. Like I was about to go to a My Chemical Romance concert or something.
That totally wasn't like absolute bait to get you to show that you do clean up nice sometimes too. Totally a trick.
Yeah, that was back when I actually had the facial piercings too, though. But
which I think they look nice. I'm just over here stealing all your dings.
Damn it, let me. This is stupid. Let me up. I want to ding. Let me ding. There.
I'm determined to use the wrong device for all of this if I can. Oh, so we got some stripes over here, like, you know, diagonal stripes on the wall and all.
I will say, like, I mean, I guess like a lot of this just kind of fits like the whole like 90s aesthetic to it.
Mm. At least it holds curves fairly well with this thing.
So like it's like I figured that we got like a lot of smaller stuff out of the way. Now that we're working on the bigger stuff, it's moving along a little bit quicker. I know that right there is. You know, it may not be that bad. As long as it's not the freaking gnome fountain, I'm good.
Mm-hmm. Still have it out for that thing.
Yes. Let's not forget, like, you know, a few levels back, just me seeing that, like, you know, got me, you know, going on a tirade.
Oh, yeah.
Let me go and get the, ladder? Get out of the way, unless you're gonna help me.
Oh god, that is the derpiest ghost I have ever seen. I love him. Why does he have like SpongeBob teeth? Yes! Space Kitty! I love it! Space Kitty! We have a catstronaut over here.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the ghost. Like on one hand, you look down here, he's got like, you know, unibrow, and he's pissed off, and he's just got a couple big ass pimples. But then you look at another perspective, he's actually derpy with like a couple of like, you know, dork teeth. So, y'all can't unsee it now. Like you'll look at it like from here. See, now you can see if I look at the camera right there, it looks like, you know, he's pretty much got a unibrow and a couple of big ass blue pimples. Don't push me. Yeah, I'll work my way back in here.
Why does it look like there's like hay and straw and dirt caked onto this over here? Oh,
yeah.
the photo booth.
By the DJ booth is where Tony's been running his bird sanctuary. That explains it. He gets everyone involved with that. Well, you asked, Amber.
Yeah.
Apparently, every Saturday morning you'll see him lead the long like his down the street, all doing this bizarre head flex and pigeon walk into the roller disco. What?
I'm not questioning anything at this point.
When he found out he's going to be heading to our new community wildlife center, his jaw nearly hit the floor. Unfortunately, when he then decided to launch his pigeon to a celebratory fly over the disco, well, it was like the birth of the universe in here, pure chaos.
Don't do it.
That was like quite a comparison. They're talking about the birth of the universe.
I just know this would feel sticky as all heck on like that material they used for this.
You know what I think is hilarious? How like the entire disco is clean in the reflection on the window, on the door over here. The entire disco is clean on the reflection.
You know, I didn't even think to look at that, and that is hilarious.
I think it did it in the previous game too.
Yeah, it would be kind of hard to mimic it, probably.
Yeah.
I simultaneously want a chair with this material that they used on this, but I also know how much of a pain it would be.
So I can just imagine the devs like asked us like, hey, why don't y'all have like dirt on the windows? They're smudge resistant. That could literally be like the lore of this. But also, this is like a game series where they pretty much had extinction level events based around like giant statues and all that. So
Yeah.
like literally like a giant I pretty much know I'm just like a random dirt power washer who somehow like managed to save the planet. I think like the Windows like just deciding they're just gonna ignore the dirt or whatever. I think that kind of gets a pass.
I like the photo booth sign. God, it's so shiny. I probably should have waited till a little bit later to clean that.
I honestly think it would be nice if we did have a video store, because it'd be the one time the streaming actually saves VHS tapes. Terrible.
Keep getting distracted by literally everything else.
Everything's so freaking colorful here.
So I'm just like squirrel, 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 shiny thing, like everywhere.
Trying to see.
Honestly, this isn't too far off of an aesthetic that I like really like. Vaporwave.
Of course, there's so much purple everywhere. Too damn purple. It's like Grimace threw up in here. I can see why you're saying it, Amber. I swear this thing is the same color as your freaking keyboard.
I mean, my keyboard's a little... It's more pastel, but... Same energy, though. It's one reason why I kind of like Vaporwave. It's a little bit... It leans more into pastels than some of it. But kind of keeps this vibe, in a way. At least from the stuff that I've seen of it that I liked.
Yeah, the good news is like the ceiling over here isn't like all one piece or whatever, so it's segmented.
Yeah, that's always a good thing. I'm mostly still working on the floor on my end.
You want to know what I say to that?
What's that?
Damn it, ruin my joke. Hurry up. What I say to that is, any day now. What I say to that is...
3 hours later.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Ding!
That was my line.
There you
What
go.
I say to that is... Wait. No, I don't say really. What I say to that is, oh my god, this thing is clean. Cough it up.
Give this man his dings.
This is bullshit. This thing is immaculate. What more do you want from me?
Everything. Ding.
Shut up.
I'm probably being a menace on that one. Just a little bit.
I swear, if it's... Oh, you mother fudger.
Is there another line somewhere else?
It was that... Oh my god. It was literally... I had to climb a ladder to see like this one little awning up here with those like those one tiny ass little speck of dirt. Shut up.
I didn't say a thing. I mean, I thought something, but didn't say it.
You're gonna get me this time, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going
Get
to this
him.
awning right here, right...
Get him.
I can get okie doke again, you can forget it. Deprive you of my ding.
Mm-hmm. Can't have that ding deprivation there.
Oh my god, not again. I was about to say. Alright.
I'm surprised how effective this is for like using basically entirely the wrong thing.
Okay. I'm going to like take care of this right here. I will not be upstaged.
Mm-hmm.
here. Where is it? I love it. There. How dare you?
Mm-hmm. I'm helping.
That's you right there, the hot dog. You always gotta be a wiener, don't you?
Maybe.
Always gotta be a wiener at everything. Yo, dings and...
I had a joke I could make, but...
No, you didn't.
I don't want you docking my pay.
Okay.
There we go.
Should be just the underside of it. Gotcha. All right.
Okay, so the steps are kind of separate. Kind of understandable, at least.
At least outside, like, you know, I'm getting to where like everything over here is like mostly clean. I can focus on the main area again. Honestly, we're getting through this quicker than I thought we were going to.
Yeah.
I was playing by myself. There's probably like just take like a whole stream just on its own.
Probably. There we go.
That right there, I gotta get rid of it too. This light, you know, so bright. It's kind of hard to see it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it's all like, you know, connected. bit of a pain to see all of it.
Yeah, especially because I know you're a lot more sensitive to bright colors than I am.
No, it's just it's a whole like white light right here. I can't even...
Yeah, that too.
Not really sensitive to bright colors or whatever. It's just finally, it was literally just like a pure white light there. It made it like hard to see anything.
Yeah, it's just like I don't usually have like the same kind of trouble with it. If you needed me to like go over there and grab it.
Anymore. Hey, Angel, can you come back to the farm? We had another mishap. This time with our trap. Ah, shit. You would get... I don't even want to know. It's just a tractor. That'll be easy to do.
Yeah. I love the just chaotic stories of how did you get here, of all problems.
Some of the stuff is like more believable, like as far as doing like Wallace and Gromit and all that. I mean, those two like stay in with mischief. I just thought about it because I mean I've never actually seen any of the movies, but for some reason I am wondering if there actually will be a possibility we end up getting like something based around the Minions at some point.
Wait, you've not seen the movies?
Nope. I thought we went through this.
I know, but like you had mentioned it a while back, but I didn't know that you never got around to watching them.
And I just like kind of like the thought like I don't know, it's just something about the Minions or anything that they probably have gotten up to like things where they've caused messes.
I think it would be fun to like drag you into watching the movies.
Obviously Shrek made sense. I'm trying to think about like other like CG like titles wherever like there was CGI and everything. I mean, I'm thinking it would be cool if there was Monsters Inc., but also there might be a whole other bunch of red tape. Well, not really.
I could see that one. I could actually see it.
Like as far as like getting rights from Disney, but when you think about it, Star Wars is owned by Disney, so if they could get Star Wars, they could probably get some of the other properties.
Probably have to watch a door or something.
If it was just a door, I'd laugh. It's like a random door. But if it was the room of doors, though, considering like doors is like usually how we get like some of those satisfying dings. Just go around to clean all the doorknobs.
All the doors. Yeah, speaking of like movies not gotten to, I've been having fun going through movies with Rocket, because as much as he loves movies all the time, I actually found a handful of movies he's not watched. And he's sitting there wondering how the heck has he not seen those movies yet.
Which ones?
So far I found that he hadn't watched Monty Python, Life of Brian.
Haven't seen that one, but I love Holy Grail.
We're watching that movie. We're watching that movie just because there is one scene, and I cannot repeat the funniness of the scene without you joking that you're docking my pay, because like it is so clipped all the time. But yeah, Rocket finds it hilarious and everything. And the other main movie that I found that he hadn't seen was the movie Flushed Away. Have you seen that one?
Flushed Away. I don't even know if I've heard of that one.
It was like this around the same time, like Cars and all that. Like, there was like such a good year for like animation and stuff. You've not seen Flushed Away either.
I haven't seen Cars.
Yeah, that makes sense too. But like, okay, so both of y'all, if I would have known, I would have dragged you into watching it too when I dragged him to watch them. Because like, on the Life of Brian one, like, it's not one of my favorite movies, but it's one of those movies, like, you should see at least once. Just to see what the heck they get up to. And everything like that. And
yeah, I know like Monty Python and the Holy Grail is like one of the things that's basically, you immediately lose your nerd card if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
even like Ready Player
I'm pretty sure you've seen one scene from Life of Brian without realizing that's the movie it's from. But the other one that I had mentioned, Flushed Away, it's about this like pet rat who basically gets flushed to the sewers and everything like that. And it does have one of like my favorite iterations of the strong female character puts up with the bumbling guy. Like the female character, she's got like the same energy as like Captain Chick from Treasure Planet. Same energy. Like they could be cousins easily.
Yeah, I can agree on that if I actually watch Treasure Planet.
You haven't seen Treasure Planet?
No.
That movie was like my formative years kind of
The
movie.
only thing I know about Treasure Planet is there's a particular very traumatizing scene where someone falls to a black hole, and that kind of turned me away from like even wanting to give the movie a chance. Just because like, oh hell no.
It is literally I consider it one of the best movies.
It's a good thing I'm about to go on an ad break where I'm kind of feeling like some people in my chat are probably about to come out with the pitchforks over like all the movies I just said I ain't seen.
So yeah, I'm making a list. Okay, so
we got Santa Claus. I cleaned your house. I cleaned your plates like in the last game.
So I'm making a list. I'm writing it on a sticky note right now. It's a blue sticky note.
Boss, she ain't working.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
Holding life. A movie I have seen.
And yes, I just turned it on the like auto spray. And I will absolutely say, when I was younger, honestly, both me and Rocket admitted we had crushes on the fucking, like, Captain Alien chick. When we were younger. But yes, I absolutely had a crush on that character when I was younger. Before I even, like, realized, just like, I like everyone. I like too many people, I think.
Yes, get your ass out from it. Come
But
here.
I think that character started my thing on the I have crushes on female characters who could probably kick my ass. I think that character is actually the one that started that for me, honestly. If I'm being completely truthful. You made him stare at the wall. I at least cleaned the wall he's staring at. Yeah, I hope you know I have made a list of movies we've got to watch. And I promise it's nothing like me recommending Velocipaster. Like, these are actually pretty good movies. Like, objectively.
I like Velocipaster, though, but...
I mean, I do like Velocipaster. But it's definitely cheese for the sake of cheese, and it's great. But, like... I hope you know I'm going to, like... definitely push you on like a movie marathon thing. I'm gonna laugh if you find like some movie like I've not seen and throw that on the list too.
Yeah, this floor is starting to make me mad too because it ain't clean. Hold on. Rectify that real quick.
No, I was absolutely one of the kids that pretty much made Treasure Planet like half their personality for a little while there when it first came out.
Just right here. What do you want me to clean? Seriously? Doing this again?
Everything.
There it is. Okay. The guardrail. It looks like the old roller disco is finally making a comeback. Play, can't wait. Open already. Well, once we get cleaned up, you can't rush perfection. Finally, hope they changed the boots though. Those things were slower than a turtle in a cooler when I was a kid. Well, I mean, they were damn sure slow for me to clean, so you ain't wrong. That weren't the boots, Reg. That was a sticky floor from you spilling your slushies all over.
I mean,
I didn't spill a drop. My persistent verticality of rollers can be independently verified. Well, I don't care. But y'all come here and spill a slushy after we clean it up or whatever. You're gonna be cleaning it up. Well, I guess we'll see about that. Yeah, we better see that you don't like make a mess of this floor we just cleaned up. That got me worried. Like it hasn't opened up yet, and they got like a little bit of a roller derby rivalry going on. And I've seen how competitive those things get. So we don't want to leave blood on the floor, ladies. At least not before we get paid.
Yeah. Honestly, I have no idea. I'm just having fun trying to use the floor cleaner on all the walls and stuff just because I can. But welcome in. I'm just having fun cleaning everything just because the dings. So if more tasks had dings like this IRL, I would get so much done. I would be sore, but I would get so much done. I need like a little clicker that like dings or something. Pavlov myself into like doing everything around the house. Cause see, like that would work. Like I just need like a clicker that just dings when I get something done or something. Even if I have to press the button myself. Just that ding. It would be so nice.
If I get the ceiling right here. The area is almost done as far as like, the food court area. Still got a few guardrails to clean up and everything, but we're getting there. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what all happened, the reason why this place got so messed up. Apparently there was like something involving pigeons, and that was mostly it.
Yeah. Pigeons could have made this whole... And the spilled slushies, years of that they were talking about for like the skates being slow.
They come here like spill some slushies. I mean, I've been getting called the dirt finder. They're gonna be the hand finder. The food court wall. Is that?
I'm convinced I'm going to continue doing this the wrong way because I just like this like big round floor cleaner thing.
Food court wall. Oh yeah, things right here.
Pretty much. It's so oddly satisfying, and I still managed to go completely chaotic with it somehow. I do like the stripes, like, on, like, those little, like, circle bit. Good thing, like, I can't just, like, randomly paint my walls in here, because I would probably keep changing it, like, every few months. Just keep getting distracted, painting more random stuff in my game room. It's already gonna be bad enough when I finally get, like, the lighting stuff on the ceiling that I want, that I've already kind of priced out with my partner on, like, the whole idea of putting, like, a drop ceiling in with pixel mapped LEDs, since I know he can, like, set something like that up. Because
I was the one. Yeah, I was the one wanting to do like the whole cloud thing, like the colorful clouds or whatever for my room, whatever. But
I would have done the clouds, and Rocket did say he could do the clouds and stuff, but that would be so hard to dust. Oh, and honestly, this thing's years in the making, pretty much. I dreamed of having, like, a library craft game room kind of combo thing. So I've got a good chunk of my books in here. I actually have my rare books in storage on another bookshelf, because I try to keep, because enough people do come into my game room, I keep my rare books separate in a little more of a climate controlled spot, and keep people from, like, pulling them, like, off the shelf, because I have a paperback from, like, 1850 something.
Hang on a second.
Mm-hmm. What's going on? Oh. That's what that was. But yeah, this game room's just been years in the making, pretty much. I've wanted one pretty much all my life, so that was the first thing I got in my house when I got it. Was I wanted to make sure there was going to be an extra room with plenty of natural light, that I could get what I wanted on it. Oh, this is actually kind of bright now that it's not covered in dirt. Yeah, let me see. I'm probably just gonna leave this right here, but I will be right back in just a second. I'm actually gonna, like, grab it real quick. It's really cool, and I know exactly where I have it set. Okay, it may not have been, like, 1850, but it was, like, 1880s-ish. Looking at the date again on it, but it's literally, like, the second half of Vanity Fair and everything. But yeah, no,
Okay,
I really do have...
Testing. Yeah, making sure, like, my thing was
a
on.
paperback.
Y'all can see right there. Got a little something else for the streaming room, because since we're talking about, like, gaming rooms and everything,
Yeah.
something just arrived in the mail that I'll be putting together, hopefully, like, to be ready by the time, like, for not next stream, but tomorrow's stream. Gonna try to work on that tonight if I got time.
Yeah.
Let's just say, like, one of the shelves in here is gonna be getting replaced.
Ooh. Yeah, that's the one you were kind of talking about before, I think.
Not the exact one, but
Yeah, I figured you were gonna get something similar. Gotta go put my little book
it's not
right
exactly
back
what
up.
Archaea, like, you know, got or whatever, but
Oh yeah.
that's the one, that's the end goal one or whatever, when I'm able to actually, you know, get the money ready for it.
The thing is, it's not even a sentimental thing. I just happened to see it at the antique mall, and I got it for like $3 at an antique mall. I actually don't know what it's worth, but I also have a hardback copy of The Gambler I paid like $2 for, and I found out it's worth over $100. So I find lots of really cool stuff just tucked away at, because not all that far from me, like a couple towns over, there is one of the largest antique malls on the East Coast. So I can get around and get to some cool stuff from time to time, thanks to like the bus system around. But I gotta go put this up, because I don't need to hold on to it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I've got that and like some of my vintage comics and all kinds of stuff. Because I have a small collection of old Starstream comics, and I found most of them for like a couple bucks, if that, still in like a cover slip, at the same place. It's a really cool spot. If you go there like on a random like Tuesday at like, you know, before noon, it feels like a backrooms type place, because you see the wildest stuff there, just all kinds of cool vintage stuff. I actually dragged Mask to it one of the trips that he came to visit me on. But yeah, there's some cool stuff around, at least. It's also where I got some of my Gambit comics, picking up just some of the random ones, because there's so many booths that have comics from time to time. You I see you got a new outfit there.
I just did that just for the hell. I'm gonna put the other one back on in a second. But I can stand up.
I mean,
oh, there we go.
I mean, you're in like the little chaos colored one, and I'm in the cat suit.
I just randomly put it on just to see what hell happened.
Mm-hmm. I've heard stories. I've heard stories of places like that.
Let me go back over.
But I promise it's kind of like more of a good backrooms type thing, except for like you'll be at this one little comic spot, and then like you turn around and there's a freaking like taxidermied water buffalo, and like you turn around again and then there's like this Mayan mask thing, or like ancient stone mask looking thing in another booth. But you find all kinds of cool stuff. You just never
just
really
you
know
don't put the mask
what.
on. What JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, taught us is that you put a mask on, like you just don't mask on, you might become a vampire.
Yeah.
Obviously not, but you know.
You just never know what you'll find.
There's been like so many memes I've seen online where someone shows like a stone mask and people would be like, "Don't," it's like, "Do not put that on," or something like that.
I will say there is one thing that I do want to go back and get from there if they still have it, but they have this one porcelain cat mask that was like from Italy or something like that, and I think it'd be really cool to have. Or like some kind of ceramic cat mask. It was like a masquerade mask. I mean, I don't know if it's cursed or not. There's some stuff that, like, I got, like, a really bad feeling about and did not want to touch in that place. But, you know, some interesting stuff here and there. But there's definitely some weird stuff where it's just like, I do not want to touch.
I don't know. I mean, maybe the Annabelle doll might actually be good for stalkers. Maybe they won't like come in your house.
I mean, you've seen that creepy doll that I have in my closet. Which I found out it does make noise. It sings. Because apparently it can have batteries in it, and I did not know. And I found out randomly one time when I was younger, and it was terrifying.
You didn't realize you're talking about that. I'll find another vacation spot. I'll find another vacation spot later this year. That dog starts singing, Amber. I'll walk back home.
I mean, it's in the top of the storage room closet and everything like that. You've also seen the music box I have. Like, I've always wondered if that music box is haunted or something. I remember the one time I did show it to you, like the song when it kind of creeped you out a little. Yeah, the only reason why I kept it was, like, you know, family got it, like, the day I was born kind of thing. But it's kind of neat. But it has definitely pulled a Furby moment of singing a time or two. But then again, I love Furbies.
Amber, I swear that thing if that, you know, doll, like, I'm over there and it starts singing Tiptoe Through the Tulips, my foot's gonna tiptoe up its ass. I'm dead serious.
I'll show it to you, like, next time you visit if you want.
No, you will not. That doll's gonna stay right where the hell it is. I got traumatized, like, enough, like, last visit when I saw the friggin', like, you know, like, the Labubu Puppet Master, you know. I'm not gonna let that go. They did my boy Blade wrong.
You're gonna fall asleep, and I'm gonna, like, just, like, move it to the room you're in.
You just want to get punched in my sleep, ain't you? I mean, obviously I won't hit a woman, but I was aiming at the doll.
I wouldn't do that to you. I'll tease about the idea of doing it to you, but I wouldn't do that to you.
Like, I remember those, like, back when I was doing the haunt acting. I think I told you the story. But there was that one dude that I used to be friends with, who out there he was acting all cocky, like he was hot shit and everything, and yet, like, he was out there I think for one day or whatever, and then afterwards didn't want to come back. Apparently, I guess he didn't like where he was, or he wasn't that scary and everything. But I was out there and he was talking to someone, and I made like a joke or whatever. He's like, that joke was so bad. I was like, yeah, I know, like, my channel's, like, you know, it's full of, like, you know, bad jokes. He's like, I know I've watched your content. I know I've watched your channel or something like that. Okay, and then it was something I think, like, what actually kind of started the whole thing was I was talking about, like, one of the areas out there had, like, dolls or whatever. I was like, well, and I told someone I was afraid of dolls. He's like, and then, like, he says, like, and he was talking about, I was like, I'm gonna have to remember that. And that's the thing that frustrates me when someone basically want to talk about, I'm gonna have to remember that. Like, they're pretty much gonna go and, like, you know, target someone's phobia. Like, try to, like, you know, pick at them and everything.
I mean, the only time I joke about it is, like, you know, with permission. Like, if you ever, you know, actually really got bothered by it, you know, I'd stop.
Yeah, like a good example thing is, like, you know, with Mac, obviously, you know, he's scared of frogs and lizards and everything. You're not gonna see me, like, show up at his house, like, you know, holding a lizard in front of him. There was one time I, you know, found one before I knew about his phobia, and I took it over to his house, showed it to him, and it really, you know, got to him. And I immediately, you know, like, you know, took the lizard off to the side. I think it was a skink or whatever it was called. I, like, immediately, like, went over and, like, you know, let it go. You know, put it in the grass. But yeah, this dude was, like, pretty much just being condescending about it. I was telling someone else about my phobia dogs, and he was like, I'm gonna have to remember that. And I was like, yeah, you know, which, you know, our friendship ended up, like, ending anyway, because, like, you know, I realized how, you know, arrogant he acted and everything. Like, here's, like, an example of it. This is a dude who pretty much, back when Pokemon Go was, like, a whole lot more popular, like, I was Team Instinct. And, you know, he was basically one of those, like, this dude, like, literally went out, and I'm not trying to toss, like, shade at anyone, Rogues, but this is basically, you know, the whole thing with this guy. He actually went and got, like, you know, like a Pokemon, like this shirt that looked like something Ash Ketchum would have wore, and a hat with a Pokeball on it and everything, like, basically going that far and, like, taking this whole thing serious, like, he going out there, he was actually, like, an actual Pokemon master or something. Like, an actual Pokemon catcher. I was like, I'm just gonna go on out there with my Converses and my, little, like, you know, shirt with, like, Jaws or another horror movie on and just go out there and catch it like that. I don't care if I actually dress in the part and everything. And he actually, you know, posted on a Facebook book, you know, talking about, like, on a Facebook group, talking about, like, what's with all, like, you know, these Team Instinct players, you know, going taking up all the gyms, where, like, basically trying to, like, gatekeep, because he was Team Valor, and it's type. And I was like, okay, yeah, this right here is why Team Valor's, like, been, like, getting like a bad name. He was getting, like, so competitive about, like, you know, pretty much playing it off like the only ones that were allowed to take gyms or whatever were, like, you know, everyone other than Team Instinct.
There was definitely a lot of
about...
jokes saying Instinct was basically, like, you know, squishball people and everything like that. As if, like, it's really a bad thing.
I joined Team Instinct because I thought, like, you know, like, the leader for them, you know, was the coolest looking one.
Mm-hmm.
And also Zapdos is my favorite, you know, is my favorite, you know, bird from, you know, Gen 1. I mean, because you remember, like, how it was, like, you know, I think it was, like, what I was doing, unboxing the 151 cards, and I got the Zapdos card. I think, like, those Zapdos for 151. Yeah. When I got, like, this SR for, you know, Zapdos, I think it was on screen when I got it. But yeah, it's just like, you know, he was like trying to make like a big deal out of Team Instinct players, like, you know, trying to take gyms. It's like, dude, like everyone who's got his game installed, you know, has a right to go and like and claim the gyms and everything. You know, they got a right to play the game and all and everything. But he was trying to play it off like, you know, he was being very competitive about it. And I was wondering, putting our wedge in our friendship for a while. But then there was like the trail stuff, you know, out the haunted trail, and like with the way he was acting out there.
Yeah.
And so there was like one time, like, you know, it was like, I can't remember if it was last year, but he was working at you know, the Domino's here in my town. And, you know, as I made it known before, Rogues, I'm someone who pretty much, you know, if I'm not, you know, if there's some reason I'm not really a fan of you, I'll tend to make it known either through silence or just like, you know, not biting my tongue. And with him, I chose silence because, like, you know, I was like walking to the gym one night and he just came out there like acting like, you know, everything was cool between us. He's like, "What's up, James?" And I just kept walking, and then I heard him behind me say, "Wow," and I just kept walking. But you know, you're not gonna like, you know, go and like pretty much, you know, use someone's phobia as a means to try to like, you know, make fun of them. And the whole thing he was doing out there to the trails, like he was literally trying to make me the butt of jokes. One of those types that basically, you know, finds someone else to make jokes about it, where I try to look cool in front of other people, and that's what he was trying to do with me. And I was like, yeah, I'm not playing that. You know, real friends wouldn't do that to anyone. It's kind of like, you know, that, you know, that high school mentality bullshit, where like someone's trying to like, you know, basically, you know, do that clicky, you know, crap where they're trying to like pick on the misfit to look cool for others, but in the end it just makes you look like a condescending asshole. And I'm definitely like not trying to use this stream to like try to like, you know, talk down about others, but it's just I don't have time in my life, you know, for people who like who have attitudes like that, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not trying to compete with anyone. I'm not trying to like act like I'm better than anyone. I'm, you know, just pretty much just someone who
you just gotta do your own thing.
Yeah, like right now I'm just like, you know, going live, you know, playing a freaking, you know, playing like a game about like where we're cleaning up a disco and all that. I try to like, you know, be someone who tries to get along with others, but apparently like some people think, I guess, that like, you know, it's just like easy to just, you know, make fun of or whatever.
A lot of people I've noticed try to see you as an easy target.
And then like when I don't, and then when I fight, and then when I end up fighting back or whatever, they want to play victim. But it's really just a thing where I just try to stay in my own lane, keep myself and everything, and you know.
Apparently that bothers people the most.
It's like, you know, usually I tend to like, it's mainly like I mostly only bother someone when they either bothered me first or they've, you know, targeted one of my friends. But otherwise I try to stay in my own lane because this world's like got enough bullshit going on and I don't really want to contribute to it. This channel just, this stream just got like really deep as far as a lot of that was concerned, but.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've had a lot on your mind and stuff like that too lately.
Yeah. But it was just like, but I said, that was just like what kind of like, you know, really put a wedge with our friendship. It's me and his friendship. Anyone know who fronted the cash? Huh? If it's the mayor, I swear I will quit this job right now. I don't want a single penny from him. Maybe Bucket On. His latest track's called Rock on My Bread. Cryptic clue. Roll on my bread. Nah, feels like more of a gnomesy move. You remember when they sprayed clues to a buried treasure all around town? I swear it better not be the mayor. Yeah, it turned out to be a spice rack. I mean, it was a free spice rack, who cares? Come on, y'all know this is straight out of DeMarcus Aurelius' playbook, right? And the funny thing is, this has like the perfect time to be like, you know, a Kono Dioda moment. Could be. I heard they've been single-handedly keeping that university running for years now. It's totally like, you know, screams like, you know, for a Kono Dioda to have. Like Dio just pops up in the chat, like, and says it was me, Dio.
I can see that. we're to the point it's trying to, like, highlight stuff to do. Cool.
Nope. It didn't give me much longer. Really, like, because a lot of this, what I can tell, yeah, it's basically a vast majority of this is the ceiling. We've got, like, just about everything else. I mean, a good bit of it, so. And the ceiling, honestly, because the good thing about the ceiling, I can see it's segmented, so it's not going to be, like, the entirety of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rose, I do apologize for getting, like, a little bit real in the chat and everything. Obviously, I want to be respectful for, like, anyone watching on Amber's side as well, but, you know.
I mean,
point to it is that...
If you got something to say, like, you're always free to say it on my end of stuff.
Yeah, you know, I just try to be respectful, but yeah, it's just... I guess, like, you know, kind of like a thing to take away from it, is that, guys, if you got, like, someone who's gonna pretty much, you know, make fun of, like, things that, like, you know, make fun of qualities about you that they think are, you know, would be... I just see how to word this. Like, as far as the whole phobia thing. If you got friends like that who pretty much, you know, see something that, basically could bring you, like, you know, distress as a means to kind of, like, you know, joke, you know, make jokes at your expense or whatever, they're not, you know, worth having around.
Yeah, like, there's a difference in, like, playful trolling and remembering something just to cause harm. Like, that, a real friend wouldn't do that, like, just to cause harm, you know?
I mean, I myself will say that my phobia is actually pretty stupid. I'll say straight up. The fact that I'm scared of mannequins, dolls, I mean, and it's not even really at this point, like, more of, like, really a fear of them. It used to be, like, I actually was definitely afraid of mannequins and puppets
I
and things
remember
like
how
that.
bad it used to be. You've basically done, like, exposure therapy through video games quite a bit with some of the horror games you've played.
Well, when the fact, like, just every horror game I played lately, they were freaking mannequin at me, you know, whatever. It's kind of hard
I
to,
mean,
you know.
Some of the ones I pointed out as horror games were some that I noticed in the Steam thing. They had a mannequin on it just as, like, a little funny thing on some of the little ones I pointed out, but, like, I wasn't doing it, like, completely to be a menace.
Yeah, but it's like, you know, I understand and completely, you know, admit straight up that my phobia is really stupid. It's the fact is that these are things that obviously can't hurt me. And I don't even remember how, like, the phobia started, if there actually ever was, like, a point that started. I mean, I think it might have been something that happened at Chuck E. Cheese, like, years ago.
My theory was absolutely the Chuck E. Cheese, like, the little animatronic band thing, because... And that was actually Rocket's theory, was, like... It was probably the Chuck E. Cheese band or something like that.
I remember what it was. I guess it was like it's something that kind of like, you know, it was kind of like, you know, just like something that happened that I kind of like, you know, recessed in the back of my mind. It's funny you say that because now I think I finally remember what it was. I think it was something where like the band was on stage and there was like some kind of really weird grinding noise that Chucky had made. I don't know. It was like some kind of glitch or whatever where it made like, I don't know if like
I remember
something
you
happened.
saying it was like a malfunction with an animatronic that just made it absolutely terrifying for you as a kid.
Yeah,
I remember
like
you telling me that years ago.
It was like a really loud noise that like came out of Chucky's mouth or whatever. It was like a grinding noise. I don't know if it was just like there was some kind of like weird audio feedback or something. But I remember it was like some kind of noise they made and they had to like, you know, shut the animatronics down for a bit. I think that might be something that had something to do with it. But I think it was something that happened at Chuck E. Cheese. Obviously, it wouldn't have like a bite of 87 or whatever it was. But it was nothing like Five Nights at Freddy's level. But like, I still don't know if I actually will be able to play like, you know, any like the, you know, the Five Nights at Freddy's games where like, you know, you're stuck like in the one room and can't move. Because I was able to beat this location also into the pit, but I also was able to run away from the animatronics.
Yeah, I've always been curious to see if you could like try it again and see how far you could get.
I think it's really just a lot of it, like I said, I think is like the reason I haven't been able to play those is because it takes like that sense of control from me. Because you know, I like moving around.
You really don't like that loss of control of like your
you know, feeling like helpless, like I can't really do much and everything. Because I did like try playing the first one. I think I was able to get up to like night 2. But I think it was just also might be like a lot of like, you know, the management mechanics, like with having like multitask so many things, and when you already got like a fear of like animatronics or whatever, you have to do all that.
You know, I wonder if that could be a thing for Halloween or something like that, or like a charity stream of see how far you can get, like with like other games and stuff as like a backup if like, you know, it did go sideways.
I mean, maybe I eventually do want to try to get Five Nights at Freddy's another chance, but
yeah,
because as I've made very apparent, Rogue, I absolutely love the series. It's a series I've had like a lot of respect for, and I've loved the lore behind it and everything.
I definitely wouldn't want to push you on it, but I know it was something like you were hoping to work up towards at one point in time.
Yeah, because like the joys of creation, like the original ones where you actually got to run from the animatronics, I was able to complete each of those. And I still have like the jump scare montage videos on my YouTube channel, even though like the original Let's Plays are you know, I deleted those like years ago. But I do still have like the jump scare montage. And a few times with the jump scares, are like with what happened when I got jumped on the try. You see, it's not really me getting scared, but just getting frustrated with them, especially with Bonnie. But like I said, I mean, I know my phobia is stupid, but it's something.
I mean, it's understandable, like especially like if you see it as a kid on like a weird malfunction, like I kind of understand, you know.
Well, it's mainly in the sense of knowing that, you know, it's things that can't hurt me. It's obviously very different compared, like, you know, if someone's got, you know, arachnophobia. I mean, it's understandable with arachnophobia. I'm not personally scared of spiders. But
yeah, like I have some arachnophobia, but I've been kind of working on it a little bit to at least get.
I mean, it's mainly, I think, a lot of it's more rational to understand that. Where that's actually more of a rational fear in my view, because spiders, of course, can hurt you. They can bite you. But a lot of times, like, they tend to be a matter of like they'll, like, you know, bite like when they're scared. Unless you're a funnel web spider, funnel web spiders. They're just straight assholes. But yeah, it's mainly like with spiders, you know, it's understandable because, you know, they can actually, you know, bite you and everything. But it tends to, like, usually be like a lot of times, like, I mean, I feel like, you know, it's kind of like in the sense that tarantulas get like a very bad rep because they're usually tend to be like very gentle. Unless it's the old world tarantula, like they can be, you know, absolute, you know, menaces. But
yeah, tarantulas, funny enough, like I'm not so scared of those, even though I do have arachnophobia. But that's just because a friend had a pet tarantula, and it once got bothered because it stepped on its own foot and everything, and was sad for like 20 minutes just because it stepped on its own foot. And, like, it's kind of hard to be scared of a little fuzzy guy who got sad because it stepped on its own foot.
Yeah, but it's mainly, it's understandable to an extent, because even though tarantulas are basically kind of like, in some ways, you know, puppies of the spider kingdom and of the as far as arachnids are concerned, it's mainly the fact, like, you got one crawling on your arm. It's like, you know, normally as long as it's under control, they're not going to hurt you. But you got, like, you know, these two, basically, you know, daggers, you know, right there, like, right above your arm and everything, to where, you know, it can easily just, like, bite and everything. It's like it's an anticipation, like, you being worried it's going to bite you. And I know how that goes because I've been bitten, like, by one before.
I mean, the biggest scar on my body, like on my back, is actually because of a spider that jumped in a bathtub with me, and I stood up too fast, and the faucet gouged a chunk out of my back.
Yeah, but just to put this in perspective, Rogues, straight up, I mean, obviously, I'm pretty sure a lot of people, like you who are watching the stream, probably have to worry about this. You're probably not in school or whatever. But in the event that you've got kids that go to school or whatever, you know, elementary school, make sure you tell them that I said that if they have a wildlife expert show up there with a Goliath bird-eating spider and he tells you to put your damn hand out or whatever, like put your arm out, tell them not to put their arm out.
It's not letting me place this ladder.
Because I made that mistake. There was, like, you know, when I was in elementary school, there was this wildlife expert that showed up there, and I was the lucky schmuck that got picked, like, you know, for like a little test. And this asshole comes out like with a whole,
This is glitched. It's not letting me place the ladder, and I can't do anything else.
Let me see where you need it.
I'm holding a ladder, and it's not letting me place the ladder.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. That's the weird thing, is that my end, you're not holding it.
Yeah. That's weird. It's not letting me place the ladder that's in my hand.
You need to exit and come back in?
I don't know. It's so weird. I might have to, actually.
Yeah, I mean, we know it'll let you drop. Remember, we've had this issue before with stuff. You know, it'll let you drop back, drop out, and drop in.
Yeah.
But yeah, there was like a wildlife expert, guys. That
Let's see, I'll be right back. Oh, it quit the whole game. Oops. Did not mean to do that. I had quit, like thinking we quit back to like the main thing, but yeah, y'all just saw like my thing real quick there, but yeah, well.
Yeah, but like I said, so basically they had like a wildlife expert. I got picked for this little experiment that he did, where it was pretty much was to hold my arm out or whatever. And this jackass puts like an entire Goliath bird eater, you know, the biggest tarantula in the world, like on my arm. I panic. Because he told me to close my eyes too. I opened up where a big ass giant spider on my freaking arm or whatever. I panicked and the thing bit me.
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't pleasant. I mean,
yeah, they say it's actually one of
like
the more painful bites too, just because of like the size of its fangs.
I mean, and the thing about it is that, obviously, you know, even like then, I knew not to fault the spider.
Mm-hmm.
Because, you know, it wasn't the spider's fault. You know, it was scared. I panicked. I look back where I feel like shit or whatever, even to this day, where because I scared the poor thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I feel like this dude was supposed to be an expert. You should understand. You know, you don't tell like a 8-year-old kid put their arm out or and put a whole ass, you know, giant tarantula on their freaking arm. Because the main thing is, like, for one thing, this thing was so big. I mean, it couldn't really like fully fit on my arm anyway. So it's kind of like its legs were kind of like, you know, wrapping around it some more or whatever. So it didn't actually, you know, have like a proper full, you know, place to actually really, you know, normally walk. So that might have been one thing it did it itself. So suffice to say, I mean, if they ever did like, you know, like have that, you know, that expert come back after I left or whatever, then they were stupid. That guy was a liability. I'm sorry.
It keeps trying to like shove me like in a weird direction on this. I think I broke the scissor lift.
But yeah, but again, like, you know, it's understandable, like, as far as phobias are concerned when it comes to like spiders, because, you know, for one thing, even though I think I don't really mind them, I mean, they do definitely kind of look a little bit, you know, that's obviously, for a lot of people, it's because it's something with so many legs and so many eyes, you know, it's kind of like something.
What gets me is how fast they are. That's what freaks me out, is the speed.
Yeah,
honestly.
So I mean, it's the speed of something with that many legs and that many eyes or whatever.
Something really fast that can bite me. I don't like that combo.
So I think that's one reason why, another reason why I think, like, when you think about the face huggers from Alien, what makes them so terrifying is they're basically like spiders. Deception being is that, you know, they obviously are a lot more dangerous. I mean, there's pretty much, you know, just about, even though like Alien Romulus kind of like, you know, retconned it to an extent. There's been other cases like, you know, where they've had like some kind of little plot device where someone survived a face hugger, you know, specifically, you know, like as far as like comics are concerned. Superman has survived the encounter with a face hugger, and also so has you know, Miles Morales in one example. But that was only because the symbiote on his costume, like the symbiote, actually absorbed the face hugger and made it sentient, or made it where it actually, you know, made it intelligent or whatever. I haven't actually seen that particular thing. I think it was like can't remember that. It was basically where, like, you know, the Marvel heroes like had to fight, you know, Alien, like, you know, it was a crossover between them and Alien. But I think with Superman, it was basically, you know, he actually did get, like, you know, attacked by the face hugger, and it did, like, you know, affect him. But he flew close enough to the sun that I think it was like the his you know, pretty much, you know, healed him to the point, because I think like he was depowered for the most part, so he could have actually killed him, but he got out there close enough to the sun to where his body's composition was able to basically make him puke up the you know, the what would have been a chest burster.
I'm just thinking of like random comic book guys and their reaction to face huggers. I would love to see Deadpool have a reaction to them.
Yeah, I mean, well, Deadpool and Wolverine, it makes sense, but another thing with Wolverine is because when you look at the Brood, who are actually pretty much like xenomorphs, I think he actually has been infected by them, and I can't remember if he actually if his body's healing fat or just like, you know, help him recover or what, but I mean, realistically, I think like Wolverine, there's two key things here.
I just want to hear Deadpool's commentary on it, because you know he'd be making comments so much.
Well, what'll be terrifying is a xenomorph that takes after Deadpool. That would be like the worst freaking thing. A xenomorph that actually takes it, because xenomorphs copied, like, you know, the qualities that they burst out of. So it's kind of concerning a xenomorph with a sense of humor that breaks the fourth wall.
Yeah.
I can just see like a xenomorph popping out of him. It's like, hey, viewer, want to see a magic trick? And then just like pretty much just use his tongue and just like, you know, actually, you know, like, and just like uses his telescopic tongue and actually, you know, like kills, like, you know, the reader. I can actually see, like, you know, Marvel doing something like that. But with Wolverine, though, the main takeaway from it, two factors there, is that even if he actually was to get infected, or the main takeaway from it, of course, is that his healing factor probably might actually, you know, possibly keep like the chest burster from even developing, because like his body would treat it as like, you know, a foreign body and everything. But the key takeaway from it is that even the chest burster actually does like form, whatever, how the hell is he gonna get out?
Yeah.
Like, cause Wolverine would have like an adamantium rib cage and everything, or a rib cage. But the thing you also got to think about there is that Wolverine obviously has an exit point, so that would be painful for both of them. But we're also looking at Wolverine, who probably crazy enough to actually stab himself to kill it.
Probably.
There's like definitely like a lot of interesting arguments there, as far as like, you know, like different scenarios, like where like, you know, if someone got infected with a chest burster.
I'm just saying, Deadpool would find a way to mouth off the whole time. Somehow.
Oh, he'd adopt it. No, that chest, no, the chest burster will be born or whatever, see Deadpool or whatever, and try to run away. Deadpool would adopt it. The thing would actually, you know, try to leave the planet, and it wouldn't even be trying to kill any humans. It'll be just trying to get away from Deadpool.
Oh god, could you imagine if it basically pulled a remember on like Lilo and Stitch where they had all of the experiments, and then there's one that basically had all the powers of Stitch, but all he wanted to do was make fucking sandwiches or some shit? Deadpool's chest burster would be like that.
If it was Lilo and Stitch 2, I ain't seen it. I've seen the first one.
That's going on the list.
I know
or
which
like
one you're talking about.
I
know which one you're talking about though. Because that was, I think, the key thing about like a lot of the experiments, where they're these very dangerous life forms, but really they just don't. They're not even actually really trying to hurt anyone.
I loved the cartoon. I love the cartoon so much, and
it's kind of like the Iron Giant. I mean, really, with the Iron Giant, I mean, he was like so innocent, and really the only time when he actually finally did snap, you know, it's like, okay, yeah, you know, that's kind of justified. You know, really, like the way they did all things, like he was so peaceful, so friendly, but then, like, you know, after what happened to Hogarth, he basically, you know, went rage mode because like his friend, he thought his friend just got killed. And at the time, I was right. It was okay, yeah, you know, I was a kid, like, watching that. I was like, okay, yeah, you know, I'm not on his side. Like, no, he ain't do nothing wrong. Y'all bought that on yourselves.
I know there's better ways I could do this, but still.
But I really think, like, but more than likely, when you think about it, I mean, I probably already know, like, exactly what would happen if, like, you know, Deadpool was affected by a face hugger, because there's been a lot of speculation, or I can't remember. I don't know if it actually was really canon. But supposedly, one reason why, like, the Venom symbiote is the way it is, or the way it was when it first encountered Spider-Man, is because supposedly, in some continuities, it actually bonded with Deadpool first.
That would make a lot of sense. That would actually make a lot of sense.
Which I am so excited for Tokon, considering they actually put Carnage in. I mean, I wanted to see Venom, but yeah, for those who don't know, Marvel Tokon got like an update yesterday. Alongside, there was like some gameplay footage for Wolverine, which I refused to watch. I want to go as blind as possible. But Tokon's officially, because they actually gave Doctor Doom his own team, which consists of Magneto. So yeah, Magneto's being brought back, of course. Which I felt that they didn't put him in, considering like he was actually an S tier character in Marvel Versus. That would have been a crime. But they brought in Green Goblin as well as Carnage, who have pretty much, you know, never really been in a Marvel Versus game, but they've always been like requested. So I mean, I love Venom, but I really feel like Carnage definitely deserved it. So it's nice, like, you know, seeing him finally, you know, get put into like a Marvel fighting game like this.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was Magneto was like bought in, and then like Goblin, and also, you know, Carnage. So So yeah, it's gonna be like just interesting seeing the dynamics between Spidey and Carnage. But I am hoping that they were gonna possibly put in like Venom as DLC, because they said they basically showed that there's one more character who's gonna be mentioned now. Now, what I'm really excited about is actually, you know, what I was about to say is that there's gonna be one more team that's gonna be like announced that's coming, and is actually gonna be Ghost Rider's team. So Ghost Rider's gonna be the leader of it. And I'm pretty sure the route they're going to have to go with that, of course, is going to be the Midnight Suns. So this means that I'm having a feeling Doctor Strange may be in the loop, but this definitely opens up the door for either Daredevil or Moon Knight. So
I could see that.
I personally, as much as I love Daredevil, I'm thinking it could end up being him because when you think about the Netflix series, or when you think about like, you know, Born Again and the Netflix series before, obviously, you know, I'm pretty sure our system works is gonna like know that this would be like a really good time to put Daredevil in the game because the fact like, you know, how, you know, popular, you know, how much Daredevil's like character's been like, you know, in such like a spotlight with like, you know, Born Again. But I would love to see but I mean, thinking about it, it could be all three. I'm thinking this can go like, you know, because when you look at it, I'm thinking like the main candidates would be Doctor Strange, Daredevil, Moon Knight, and another one I didn't see really too many people think talking about. Obviously, Blade.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, because I feel like I'm having a feeling it's definitely gonna be the Midnight Suns. I can't see like being anything else because you know, because Ghost Rider's always been a part of the Midnight Suns in the Marvel continuity scene with Daredevil, Moon Knight. I think like they had like one variation where like Punisher was a part of it. But I really would like, I mean, I definitely like to see Doctor Strange, but I feel like they're gonna put Doctor Strange. I'd like to see them do something with Dormammu. But personally, as much as I like Doctor Strange, I'd love to see like them do Daredevil and Moon Knight, and if not Doctor Strange, Blade, but if not Blade, Doctor Strange. But I'm hoping they at least like give us both Daredevil and Moon Knight. Because it's a fighting game, and Moon Knight and Daredevil both fight with like martial arts and like, you know, hand-to-hand combat. I mean, it's a given.
Did you see the thing about the are you gonna play the God of War game? That was
probably will.
Because I got really excited about the name they chose. While they kind of went niche with the name for it, it kind of fits very much so with the mythology and stuff involved. So yeah, I was excited about that.
Well, remember they did show her like in the main in the games.
Yeah. I was just talking about the name as a whole because it's pretty great in my mind with like a knowledge of like the mythology and all.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely be playing it.
Okay, there we go. Did we actually get this one? I can't remember.
Yeah, depending on like what the other mission is gonna be after, like you know the next one, we may either stop at the tractor.
This place is looking so shiny.
Cause this one right here was like one of our biggest jobs yet. Yeah, I can get this.
Straight up knocked me off of it.
Yeah, I can get that from here.
Yeah.
Well, that was easy. Shit.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like getting stuff here I'm not even actually trying to get. Like I didn't know like I just immediately saw the disco ball, you know, rod was like dirty, and right when I did that, it cleaned it.
Yep. There we go.
But at least when Marvel ToeCon come out in a few months, like when I get back to my charity streams, that's something I can add into the rotation.
Yeah, that'll be great to see. Because that's one thing I definitely miss is like, you know, you having fun with those. But I know you definitely gotta wait till like, you know, colder months if you're gonna be sitting there going, you know, 10 hours on the stream.
Yeah, I mean, I am gonna like to be looking into getting like a steel blade fan for the for you know my streaming room probably this month. I know that's not as long as be able to do so much, but at least as long as like you know I'm getting like the air circulating in here a little bit more.
Oh yeah, a good fan will go a long way on some of that.
I would like to go with like a swamp cooler, but the thing is like my you know where I am it's not really necessarily dry, and even still like you know humidity in this room like a lot of my computer part stuff like would not mix. So hopefully maybe like one day I'll be in a house where it actually has like central heat and air.
Yeah, I know that's something you definitely kind of get spoiled by, like, up here and all. But I will say, I have noticed the computer you gave me definitely warms up my game room more than I expected. Because normally it's the coldest room in the house, but, like, when it's on,
Yeah, I
like,
mean, that's one...
it actually has, like, a decent bit to it on warming.
Yeah, that's one... It's probably 'cause you're not used to it because you haven't ever had a gaming PC like this. Because that's one of the reasons why this room...
Honestly, some of my old game systems was entirely what I used to pretty much heat my room, like back when I lived with my parents when I was younger, is like it would be cold and I would definitely use the game systems to make it the warmest room in the house.
That's basically what I got going on with this. That's one reason why this room does get stuffy or get hot and everything because of my gaming PC. And you also got to keep definitely keep in mind like my computer is the one I got now is definitely stronger than the one I gave you. So don't know that's really too much. That makes much difference in heat and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you definitely kind of have to,
Oh, I'm absolutely not bothered by it. I was just surprised. Even though I've still been having to, wear my jackets and stuff in the room when, the house is, cooled to the point that, Rocket's happy.
I mean, I've always been, more cold-natured or whatever, so... Trust me, if there ever was a point where I was able to, have a place, where, if I didn't have like central heating and air, if it was something where I was somewhere where it was a colder climate, more naturally, more often, that would I'd definitely be at home. Because I think that's one of the reasons why I have a hard time sleeping at times or whatever when it's summertime. The guy knows I sleep a lot better in the winter, but summertime it's really or around this time of year it's really hard for me to sleep. I think a lot of it's just because of I just don't like warmer weather.
You'd probably love it up here, in the wintertime, a lot more.
It says, it's saying there's, where is it?
There's
this right here, too.
There's something else in here, huh? Well, a lot of stuff, okay. Mostly the edges and stuff.
I just went and just randomly sprayed and did that when he was trying to. What is this going on here? Was it on this side? Because let's just try to say it's this. Oh, hold up. Oh, you sons of...
Yeah.
It is still this... Really? Just another one that's got this going on? What in the hell?
Yep, that back corner right there. What we got over here?
I'm going through this hole. Let me through. There. See, I told you. You didn't believe me. Look at this. This is all skill. This is skill. I said I was going to go through, and that's what I did. These damn roller skates.
There we go.
I thought I was done over here, but oh no. I may not have been as thorough as I thought I was. Entrance window frame. All right. Damn.
Getting there.
Now I want to do
sign.
it. My peanut. Yeah, I cheated. What are you gonna do about it? Get with the time, shorty. Still, this is like a freaking Barbie doll place.
It didn't It didn't even show me the whole time lapse. It only showed me like the last little bit because I had to like come out and come back in.
Master of flow. I feel like a kid again. I can't wait to get the wheels rolling for a new generation. Is that what this town needs? Here's my problem with this. I thought like normally roller, because I get like the whole. Normally I thought like this would be like a circle. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like they'd be as aerodynamic. Like normally a circle would like kind of guide you around, because there's no corners. But right. Welcome back. I'm afraid you can add another ridiculous misadventure to the list. We were all really sad about opening the farm shop after the incredible job you've done on the outside. But while we were cleaning out the inside, I suddenly remembered the colossal bee's nest. Oh, shit. Up in the rafters. So I put on my astronaut onesie and took it upon myself to relocate. What's the onesie got to do with this? Well, you can see how that went. So I'm just imagining like honey on this thing.
I got the biggest like little machine thing now. I got an upgrade.
Oh God. What is this on top though? Yeah, I think that she did this on purpose or whatever, because I mean, there's all this moss and everything on it. I think she basically had us come in here and do this or whatever for the sake of like making us clean the whole tractor. It's not, you can't tell me that the bees caused like all the grass and everything on this. She did that on purpose.
Wait, I did not mean to sell that.
Okay, I got worried because I was like, wait, hold on. I gotta admit, out of all the harebrained schemes I've had, carrying a lot of bees nests by tractors up there were the best of them. I got worried because I saw like, I thought it wasn't changing color, but it's just the tractor's red. There?
I was just looking at this one thing.
I'm pretty sure everything was okay.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Okay, I was just making sure to like change this. There we go.
That'd be simple. Carefully hitch the nest on the back of the tractor. Away we go. Quick mows to the hollow willow tree on the edge side of the farm. Job done. No. She's getting a better one. I'm getting a better one.
Oh, fancy, fancy. Oh God, that'll take away some stuff right there. Okay. I kinda like this one.
Wait a minute here.
I got the biggest one. I sold my other one.
Alright, 6,000, okay. Then I turned the engine on, the hive started shaking and the whole swarm emerged. At one point there were so many bees, I thought we were gonna fly there. Not a single sting though. We're already well on the way to our first batch of organic honey.
At this point you're basically gonna be reading the whole thing because I can't stop with this. Because it's kind of fun. You're gonna turn around, the job's gonna be done.
I can't afford anything else just yet.
Yeah, I sold off pretty much like most of my other stuff to get this. Because I was like, I don't really use the big ones anywhere. So it's like, I'll just keep the big swirly one and
by the way, you know the silent monks up at the temple? I know of them. Do not tell me we gotta do a job for them again, because I'm not cleaning that temple again. They've been getting very excited seeing you here at the farm, almost squeaking with delight, in fact. Glad they remember me. I damn sure ain't forget them. Because I reiterate the fact that them egging the them egging the freaking mayor's house, like, you know, was one of the worst experiences in my life, because I had to clean it up. And the fact that she's the one, I think, that gave them the eggs.
Well, there's my problem. Yep, there's gonna be a lot of problems.
Oh dear. Okay, that's... Oh, my mortal enemy. Wait, that explains it. Why I got the weakest thing on? No wonder.
Yeah, I had to, like, hold it and switch to, like, the better ones. Oh, God! That sent me flying from under here.
Yeah, it sent me back down to my lowest one. I think it might be because I actually sold it for... Maybe I think it's... Okay. No wonder, like I said, why... I was trying to figure out why I wasn't able to clean this thing up like I was going to.
Yeah, that's actually what got me on why it took me a sec to, like, respond on the thing, because I was trying to figure out how to get, like, the better one equipped, because it kept saying, you know, the first version of it for me.
For me, I just didn't even realize I switched it by accident.
They really wanted us to get all up in these ridges on this tire, too.
I mean, regardless of like how the other job looks, we may go ahead and call it here, just so I can make sure I get some sleep in before the Castlevania stream later. But that one job was much longer than I thought. I mean, we got through it quicker than I thought we would, but it still ended up being longer than I thought it was going to be.
I mean, after all, we're like 2 hours in anyway. Or so.
But I definitely just like also want to make sure you don't push it too much, because we do have like multiplayer stuff this weekend.
Yeah, plus I also got to stream tomorrow too.
So I didn't figure out what we're gonna play. I mean, I was thinking headliners, but
yeah. I mean,
I do want to also talk to Maxie, like when he wants to do climb the back rooms.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna be this weekend. Well, I think Rocket might be back. Let me see real quick, because he told me when he was getting back from... Yeah, okay, so he will be back for this weekend. So you will have Rocket if you want to do the climb the back rooms one.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what Mac's up for. We've been meaning to get around to playing that one. After hearing stories about how like the devs like, you know, playfully, you know, trolled like, you know, some of the players. I mean, I know it wouldn't happen to us, but...
I mean, even, like, Peak and stuff, they kind of, like, playfully trolled the players some, too. Because, like, some of the people that carried, like, the Bing Bong plushie with them, like, the devs were, like, talking to them, like, on stream, like, through the plushie and stuff. If I remember right, according to what someone was saying. It's always cool when, like, devs do something funny like that. And I can definitely see you doing the usual, like, you know, splitting the multiplayer, especially with you being worried that I'm overworking myself between, like, the crafting stuff and everything else I get up to now, too.
Because I know me and the guys do need to get back to Borderlands as well, but
Yeah.
I really want to try climbing the back rooms.
Mm-hmm.
You got that one, all right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's where some of it is.
Cab side, engine air compressor. Cab side.
There we go.
Uncle Regis, that is not my name. It's time for you to come and clear our No, it's fucking not. I knew it. I knew that. No.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing it again. Not right yet. Forget it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I hope someone threw eggs at your asses. Sun's shining, tractors gleaming, the bees are a-buzzing. All is well with life on the farm. Thanks again, Angel. No thanks to you, because I'm still mad at you for the fact that you supplied these jackasses with the eggs I had to clean up in the last game. Oh. Hell no. We're going inside this time? Let's go look at it.
Interesting.
Blessings chosen one. I don't feel chosen. I wish you could have chose someone else. Why can't you get the mayor to do this? It's an honor beyond. No, we're gonna like milk this. If I'm gonna clean for y'all, where I'm gonna like make y'all sound like, you know, just stupid as hell. Blessings, chosen one. It is an honor beyond measure to finally have you within the walls of our temple. Yes, it is. We can't wait to watch you work. Okay, that is just creepy as hell. So what, they filthophiliacs or something? Oh my god, let me look at this place. It's smaller on the inside. But I don't care, I still ain't cleaned it yet. I can't believe it, finally the Master of the Flow is here. The Master of the Flow is taking a break until next week or so. Or the week after next.
This makes me think of the thing on Yap Yap.
I've got to level with you. This job might be quite heavy going. The temple hasn't been washed for centuries. Well, I mean, the outside got washed just fine or whatever, but... yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and just let y'all just sit in your filth for a little while, because this is payback for y'all like throwing eggs at the mayor's house and make me have to clean that up, because that job was horrible. Forget it. All right, guys. So with that being said, we're gonna go ahead and like, you know, be calling it here.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was done with these jerks, and now I gotta like go and do work for them again. Before hang out. Like let's keep that from updating, so I don't like, because yeah, Steam's trying to update, and I definitely want to drop frames.
Yeah, that would be
So yeah, guys, but with that said, obviously we didn't do as many jobs as we normally do with this, but again, that disco one was pretty, you know, extensive. I mean, that was a fun job. A little too colorful for my taste. But at least Amber was right at home with it.
I mean, I enjoyed it.
Well, of course you did. But, either way. But it was still, like, definitely fun. I figured it was going to be a pretty big job, and I knew that temple one right there was going to probably take a while. And if it wasn't for the fact I'm just wanting to try, like, you know, rest up a little bit for my Castlevania stream tonight, I'm definitely going to try to make sure I commit to that stream. Aside from that, again, Amber's got a stream tomorrow, so I don't want to, like, push her too hard and everything, because, again, like whole group, like all of us, all of us friends, like over the
Mm-hmm.
during the weekend, as far as like multiplayer stuff's concerned, depending on what everyone's up to. So I want to make sure,
Mm-hmm.
not because pacing for her as well as myself,
Yeah.
because
Cause
I
I,
said like what. Eh.
cause like I also have that little side project that I'm not mentioning until like we get done with it that I've been working on in the background too.
Yeah, but it's pretty much between that and
Mm-hmm.
also like I want to make sure I'm rested because aside from like the Castlevania stream, I do have that in the background. Do this so you can get a better look at it.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the box, so you can't really see it that well, but still, like I got like this. It's like yeah, I got like a whole display cabinet
Mm-hmm.
that I'm gonna be like putting together. I'm not gonna be doing it on stream, but it's I'm gonna go and say what's gonna be happening. My Ninja Turtle, Battletoads, Street Sharks, my 90s shelf right here with my Ninja
Mm-hmm.
Turtles, Street Sharks, Battletoads, and my Biker Mice from Mars. Y'all gonna even probably see like a little, maybe slightly see like a little Digivice like right there from Digimon.
Mm-hmm.
Actually a couple of them. All that's gonna be, I'm pretty much gonna be like, putting this other thing up and, putting the, so this shelf is gonna be going up and all this is gonna be going on that. And I will say it is gonna have lights. Only thing is that there was some sacrifice that had to be made. This shelf I'm gonna be putting up is gonna be smaller. It's actually gonna be like lower, but it's gonna be a bit wider. So what this means that even though it has like lower real estate,
Mm-hmm.
um, what this pretty much means is that like as far as like lengthwise is concerned, I'll be able to like put more pop figures on on there like that. So I'll have like enough space like in each one to put like maybe one more pop figure, like one or two more. Meaning like realistically, I'll be able to like have like space for more of my pops, and also like the little thing right there for like the Mirage Turtles right there. They're probably gonna go on top of the shelf because it's just like these four little statues of the Mirage Turtles. You can even see
Mm-hmm.
like my little right there. I've got like the pop like the little the melts vinyl popsicle figures for the turtles, and right there is like my like the Chase Raph figure. So I have like the whole set of those. So
Mm-hmm.
mainly this is gonna be like I'm gonna try to like figure out exactly how I can like put everything up there. Because the end goal is that if I like this shelf enough, I may try because I want to try maybe get another one for my little growing Godzilla collection here. Because as y'all saw, I did get like as I showed one of my previous streams as well as like posted on Instagram, I did get some more Godzilla pops like while on vacation. And unfortunately, considering that there are like a couple like the bigger ones, like the Godzilla versus Mech Godzilla Beam Struggle pop figure I
Mm-hmm.
got is actually the biggest one out of them. Like it actually like lengthwise is wider than all the other figures. So I'm got like definitely like get something else done for shelving to be able to put all that up on display. So I got my little sleeping Godzilla, Destroya, Mech King Ghidorah, Kiryu, and I've got like several of the smaller pops right there. So yeah. Definitely got to figure all that out. The other thing is that with this shelf, like being wider, means I'm gonna have to do something with my Tokyo light right there and get that moved over somewhere else as well. So definitely gonna have to like do like a little bit of rearranging. I'm excited for the
Yeah.
shelf. I mean, it actually was like
Mm-hmm.
less than $100 because normally I
Mm-hmm.
think it was on sale for 100, but with like some coupon with like a discount thing, it was like less than 100. It's not the actual shelf I'm really wanting, but the good thing is of course is that I can have like this shelf like in the future. I can have like once I get like the other shelf I'm really wanting
Mm-hmm.
which is like it's gonna be like I think like a 72-inch one. So 72 inches like high. So it actually be kind of like like higher. It's like I think that one right there actually might be taller than me too. But it's gonna be like taller than that shelf right there. Taller than the one, definitely taller than the one I'm gonna be installing, and also like wider. Like I think it's gonna have like it's gonna be like 31 inches wide.
Mm-hmm.
So the end goal is like to get one of those shelves to put everything on, and then I can pretty much have this one off to the side somewhere. Because this shelf right here is going to be going like over to my back wall, and I'll be putting like some of my pop figures I got in storage on that for now.
I could see your
Um,
Tokyo light fitting above your door back there. Give like that back corner a little something.
yeah, the
Maybe.
only thing about it is the reason I got the reason for this is
Yeah.
because there's nowhere I can plug it in back there, and the Tokyo light's kind of right there above the Godzilla shelf because Godzilla and Tokyo
Yeah,
kind of have a
true.
bit of a history. So yeah, the Tokyo light ended up being something
Mm-hmm.
I originally had the plan for. Originally I was gonna do that for like my little anime section if I ever actually was able to make that more
Mm-hmm.
visible. I thought I was like, yeah, Godzilla kind of likes going to Tokyo, so yeah, I kind of like just had that right there as like my little Godzilla
Mm-hmm.
section. So I gotta get all that figured out. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to kind of figure out like a game plan for it. But at the very least, I'm hoping that after the Castlevania stream, I can take some time to put this shelf together.
Mm-hmm.
So I am gonna have the gym tomorrow, but at least as far as tomorrow is concerned, I'm only gonna have like one stream. But so I may wait until tomorrow to assemble the shelf, but I would like to have it like up by this weekend. Because I mean,
Yeah.
because the interesting about it is the shelf, I will say it has like more of a wire grid thing on the side, so it's
Mm-hmm.
not like actually solid. I think it actually is made of metal. either metal or plastic. I'm pretty sure it's hopefully metal. It was definitely heavy when I brought it into the house, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping like with it being like a little wire thing, it means I can actually hang stuff from it. So gotta figure out what I can do with that. I mean, push come to shove, if I can get like a second one of them, I might actually be able to find means
Mm-hmm.
like that. I'll put my Tokyo light on the side of it or something, you know. But we'll see.
Maybe. I will
There's like
say,
definitely
like, this is, like, my favorite setup you've had for your streaming room. Like, with how much effort you've put into it. Like, it's my favorite setup you've run with it so far.
yeah, definitely gotta like just
Mm-hmm.
get like the other shelving, other things I want over time. But it'll
Yeah.
happen. I mean,
Oh,
just
yeah.
I'll keep. To the very least, because one other thing I did want to say, guys, I showed you guys on like stream preview on the one stream when I was doing like my little recap of the vacation, that I got like two of
Mm-hmm.
the TMNT/Godzilla figures, like for
Mm-hmm.
Rodan, for Raph crossed with Rodan, and Donatello crossed with Jaguar. I actually did get the Leo and Godzilla, Leo X Godzilla, and Michelangelo
Ooh.
X King Ghidorah figures ordered. So those should
Nice.
it said like they should be here by the 8th through GameStop. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
hoping it's not going to be like what's happened times I ordered pop figures from GameStop before, where like one of them's going to end up being like damaged or anything. Because I ordered like the
Yeah.
anniversary edition Five Nights at Freddy's Pops figures, and I think I want to say I found two of them in stores. I can't remember how it worked, but I think what it was, I actually went to a store and got two of them. I got like, I believe it was Foxy and Bonnie, but I think it was like Freddy and Chica. I ordered
Mm-hmm.
those, and they were damaged. But then I was always just go to the GameStop, and the guy there, like the employee there, was kind enough to
Yeah.
let me swap them out and everything, as long since I had the receipt. So hopefully these figures will come in intact.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I'm really hoping they will, be in good condition. Because speaking of, because one thing I actually did talk about on Instagram as well, Rogues, is another thing I showed off, and we're going to be in the stream here, is I got this recently, this little sketch Spider-Man figure, which is pretty, pretty
Mm-hmm.
badass. Only thing I'm hating is that Stan Lee is no longer with us. Otherwise, I would have like definitely love to, but try to find a way to get him to sign this. Because Spider-Man is my
Mm-hmm.
favorite, Marvel hero. But I kind of looked out today because, as you guys like see, on the back of the box, there's three. There's Spider-Man, Iron Man,
Mm-hmm.
and Wolverine. And I kind of looked out today, and that I went up to the I went to like Walgreens the other day. I got like a friend I sometimes go up there and talk to him about
Yeah.
stuff. And I showed him a picture of the Spider-Man, and he said, "Well,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we had a Wolverine like that. We had like a bunch of Wolverines, but unfortunately, someone came and bought them up. So I'm guessing it was someone that
Mm-hmm.
bought the figures up to resell them, because I found a feeling that these are probably gonna end up being rare because they're sketch
Oh,
figures. They
yeah.
might end up being like pretty rare. And I went into Walgreens today just go get any drink before I hit the gym. And sure enough, they had, a Wolverine one, which is
Mm-hmm.
really, good, like in a top, good timing with the fact, the news for like Marvel Tokon
Mm-hmm.
yesterday. And also, the Wolverine, game footage, like, but which I didn't like see anything on that, because like I said, I'm trying to go in like as blind as possible for with Wolverine when it
Yeah.
releases in a few months. But it was just also getting my little sketchy bub right here.
I'm still happy I helped you get that one too, because like I was gonna like buy you a pizza to like help with the little project I was working on, but that popped up at the perfect time.
Yeah, but it was the box was a little bit dented, but
Yeah,
still. But anyways,
it was
but with
really
that being said,
cool.
but with that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start winding down the stream
Mm-hmm.
here and everything. I'll be live like later on tonight with Castlevania, Order of Ecclesia, like get the next episode of that out of the way. So hopefully it won't get we won't have like things go as bad, be as much an issue as the first time I tried playing Order of Ecclesia, to where I had to start like everything over and like redo episode 1, and like now like things will be able to go forward without a hitch.
Yeah,
I'll see you guys tonight for Castlevania, but until then,
that'd be
Rogues, much love.
fun.
Much love. Thanks for coming out and hanging out with us. And I'll see you guys next stream. Thanks for watching.
Mm-hmm. And catch y'all later.